Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day. New comics are hitting the shelves all across the world. Digitally, physically, it's like the best day of the week because it's new comic book day. Now, Marvel's hooked us up with one of their trade paperbacks. It's the Mighty Captain Marvel. This is Volume 2 that collects issues 5 through 9 by Margaret Stohl, Michele Bandini, Stein, Ted Brandt, Eric Arciniego, and Michael Garland. Retails for $15.99. So basically, this is like the Secret Empire arc of Mighty Captain Marvel. You know, I think the first thing you should notice is that there's no mention of Secret Empire anywhere on here other than the back. Like, it's not mentioned on this, which I think really should tell you everything about where Marvel's head at is probably at with that storyline, which I thought was abysmal and not very good. This tie-in, like, it did its best it could with it. Basically focuses on Captain Marvel and Alpha Flight stuck in space, taking on the Chitauri invasion, trying to get through the big giant dome that Captain America set up. You know, there's some good stuff in this. There's some good action sequences, some cool kind of like science-y events, but nothing quite like really sticks out to me as like, oh my god, earth-shattering. And I use that term for obvious reasons because there's like a dome around Earth. So nothing jumps out at me as like, holy crap, that's amazing to look at. I mean, the story's like, I hated Sacred Empire. The tie-ins tend to not have been very good, and I think generally the Marvel line, story-wise, was hurt for pretty much everything that tied into it. This is one of it. I think the biggest issue I have with this isn't necessarily the tie-in itself, is that it feels very compressed, and that we don't quite know this timeline of Secret Empire. It's just months have gone by, but in this it doesn't feel like months have gone by, it just feels like days have gone by. So there's this weird disconnect of them being desperate and supplies running out. Like, I felt like that could have played out a little bit more, like the desperation wasn't there. So that was part of like what I missed with it. If that was probably part of the storyline, I think things would have been a little bit better made, play off the desperation a lot more. But yeah, like, basically, if you care about Secret Empire, cool. If you don't, this is probably one to skip. Yeah, like, I hate to say it, I generally enjoyed Mighty Captain Marvel. I liked the direction they went with Carol Danvers heading up Alpha Flight. It was cool, it's interesting, it's new. It's just wasn't, it's basically got tie-in suckage, is what it comes down to. The art is cool, like, the art is solid. That's not an issue here. There's some cool moments. It's decent art, like, it's nothing that is really amazing or jumps out. There are some like big giant moments like this that are decent, but you know, overall it's good. Like, it's just not great. Like, basically, if you care about Captain Marvel, go for it. If you don't. One thing I will say though is that it's got the issue 9 in this that does tie in to the next volume that came out, where it just got renumbered and all that, and a whole new direction. That starts up here. So if you don't know what's going on with that, like, this does have a little key for that. I didn't, so this answered like a little bit of it. But again, you're also coming into halfway into the movie on this one, so you know, if you haven't been reading it already, you probably want to skip this one, is what it comes down to. As far as extras, we've got the covers, we've got, I think, some variants in here. One thing I do like that's cool is that there are in-process pages. I'm a huge fan of in-process pages. So that's always nice to check out. So basically, like, if you've already been reading Captain Marvel, go for it. If you want to fill in some gaps, go for it. If you really care about Secret Empire, go for it. But other than that, it's kind of forgettable. Not in that it's bad in any way, it's just you're coming in already in the story and you're leading into another volume, so this just kind of feels like filler material, and that probably sounds worse than it really is. So it is what it is. I want to, of course, always thank Marvel for hooking us up with review copies. Thanks so much for the support. You can go and get this today at comic book shops. Go and support your comic shop first and foremost. There's a link beneath this. You can put in your zip code, tell you if a shop's near you. If there's no shop near you, well, we got some affiliate links as well. You can go and purchase through that, but they're affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. But by doing that, you help support our site. But while you're watching this video, you help support our site, so thanks so much for that. Now, if you're into Captain Marvel, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comic books in general, you should check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, as always, thanks for watching. Keep reading those comics, make my Marvel, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.